We're talking overwhelm this week, and I know I sent that email on Monday talking about how overwhelm had affected me, and it honestly does, and it still does now to some extent. Like, to be honest, like, and if we're being honest with ourselves, life is busy. There's always stuff going on, and as you get older, you've got more responsibilities, more things to look after, more pressure, and it's just can be so overwhelming. So, what we need to do is learn how to respond to that, how to manage that. Because if not, then overwhelm can be absolutely like crushing, as the only way to describe it. Like, I know it can feel so heavy, it can feel like there's no way out, and sometimes it can just cause you to freeze, go like, do you know what, I don't want to do anything, I can't cope. And this is why it's so important to learn the tools of how to deal with overwhelm. And it's something we dive in a lot in our program because, like I said, we have very busy, high pressure lives at the moment in this day and age, and especially with the type of people I help as well. So, managing overwhelm, and I think this is, I was just thinking about this actually because I think we get stuck, like caught into that trap as well of like, I'll be happy when things calm down. I'll be happy when, I've got more time. I'll be happy when I get to XYZ. I'll be able to get back control when things calm down. I'll be able to, I'll be able to manage this, da 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 da. But then you find yourself like, if you look back, how many months, weeks, years have you been saying that? And life hasn't calmed down. But if we're always saying like I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, that can be a belief that's holding you back as well. And I know that comes under my limiting beliefs. But what I'm trying to get here is like if you're already always living in that, I'll be happy when things calm down, or I'll be able to manage this when things calm down, and it stops you from actually moving forward because let's be real, things don't calm down. Or if they do for a bit and then things get busy again. It's the nature of life, and that's okay. But what you don't want to do is just keep holding things off or putting things off because of it, because overwhelm can be managed, okay? And it's learning how to do that, and it's something I've experienced myself. Like, as I said, I've gone through busy things. I used to work for the fashion industry. I had deadlines. I had like a lot's going on when I came out of a toxic relationship and I moved back down to Somerset from London. I was in between houses. I got made redundant, trying to find another job. The things that I learned through that time is how to keep up structure and how to keep up routine and how to manage the energy I have. And this is exactly why I'm so good at coaching. Gonna blow my own horn here because I'm so good at coaching this because I know exactly how it feels to be there. And I know you can't just push yourself through certain aspects of life. Sometimes it's learning how to manage what you can right now. But when you understand that, you take the pressure off, you stop feeling guilty, you stop spiraling. It has a knock on effect. And this is why it's so important that you do look after your mental well-being as well. And look after how you're managing your time so you don't feel overwhelmed at the same time. I'm being through it myself. And it's important to know that it's okay to have these moments in life where you feel stressed and overwhelmed and things get on top of you because it's the nature of being human. We're not robots. we're not, we're not, what am I trying to say? Like, not everything's perfect all the time. And this is exactly why, like, when I teach my clients, the first thing we do is break this all or nothing approach. Like, you don't have to be on it or perfect every single waking moment because that's not realistic and that's not life. But it's learning how to deal with the ebbs and flows of life. Like, when it's time to push things forwards, when it's time to maintain, when it's time to hold things back a little bit, when it's time to concentrate on one area and maybe not another because you can't, you only have so much energy to give. And it's learning how to distribute that energy. So I know I'm rambling on here about overwhelm, but if you're keeping in that loop of overwhelm, you're always in that fight or flight mode, that that sympathetic state, and it's gonna not only cause you lots of stress, that you're constantly feeling on edge, that you're constantly feeling like you've got this cloud over you that's like you could cry at any moment. I've been there, and it's no way to live. Like, I have broken that cycle, and I've done a lot of mindset work myself with my own coach. Like I say, you shouldn't be ashamed of having support. I wouldn't be able to coach as well as I do if I didn't. But being able to learn the tools now of like, I know when these signs are coming up, I know when overwhelm's coming up, and now I know the tools to help get me through it. And allowing myself to process whatever emotion may come up with that. And this is exactly the tools that we help with as well. Managing time, managing overwhelm, how to prioritize, how to delegate, because a lot of us don't like to ask for help or like to delegate as well. Anyway, I've rambled on, but I hope that has given you a bit of an insight of why overwhelm could be holding you back. It could be stopping you moving forward. So hopefully that's given you some questions, maybe to think about, maybe to ask yourself. And of course, I'm always going to be here if you need that extra support.